Hey guys, this video is a blast from the past because we are unboxing a Nintendo 64 today. I am very excited to do this. This is the start of a retro gaming console revolution for my channel. Very excited. So many people would say that the Nintendo 64 is one of the best consoles of all time and one of their favorite consoles of all time. If we look at the box, it is a very special thing, man. Like, not a lot of people get the box editions of Nintendo 64s anymore, so it is very special that I have one for this channel, and I've got some other accessories and other games to even look at in this video, and we're even gonna try and play this Nintendo 64 on brand new hardware as well. So it's a very exciting video. We're gonna stick till the end to watch me unbox this and also just explore old school gaming and retro gaming in this video. All right, let's have a look at this box. So this is a complete Nintendo 64. So at the front, we've got the Nintendo 64 console and we have the controller. Nintendo 64, and it also has other things such as unsurpassed 8-bit 3D graphics, as we see in a lot of the games. It has CD quality sound, awesome running speed as well, really cool. It's also got some other things such as the controller, saying it's a revolutionary 3D controller. The controller for the Nintendo 64 was pretty revolutionary as well, so it is pretty awesome. It is a wide controller, but definitely set the stage for a lot of the newer controller designs as well. Also with the Nintendo 64, there is a wide range of really cool accessories for it, so I'm super excited. All right, let's delve to the other side. Mario Kart 64, one of the best games ever. We've also got GoldenEye 007, one of the best games ever as well. A lot of people go back to GoldenEye 007 as one of their favorite games. I've definitely got to get it. We've got Diddy Kong Racing, we've got Super Mario 64. Woo, the list goes on of a lot of really great Nintendo 64 titles. And we're going to delve into some today as well. Wow, I'm super excited to do this. Let's have a look at what else it says. So, just says stuff about the controller. I wonder if this helpline still works, because we've got a helpline down here, which is very interesting. It's got a guide on how to connect your Nintendo 64 to a TV and a VCR TV. I wish I had like a VCR TV for this video, because that would be pretty fun to like delve into real old school gaming with a VCR TV. Maybe in another video in the future, we will delve into a VCR TV. Anyway, let's have a look at the sides. So we've got the multi-purpose controller. Just talks more about this controller over here. We've got different colors of all the different controllers. Pretty cool stuff. I really like the design there. At the top, we've also got the Nintendo 64 logo with a lot of really important characters for the Nintendo series, such as Bowser, Mario. We've even got some Star Wars stuff going on over here as well. Very cool. On the other side, we've got more of the same sort of logo over here. So let's have a close look up into this camera. So this is all sides of this box. Just so you guys see everything, so you're not missing out on anything. There we go, beautiful. Really awesome. I think one of the games that I'm most excited to play with the Nintendo 64 is more Super Mario 64 and Mario Kart 64, which I may have grabbed a copy of today as well. So I do want to thank the Gamesman for also having this. I purchased it from the Gamesman store. It's in Sydney, Australia, and yes, very special moment. Okay, let's unbox this. I'm gonna put it on its side. I'm gonna do this pretty graciously because I want to keep the box. Imagine opening this on Christmas Day or Christmas morning. Wow. All right, perfect. So that's everything inside the box. All right, let's have a look. I can't believe how great condition this actually is. Wow. So this is everything. So we got the Nintendo 64, we got a wired controller, and we get the accessories such as the power pack. Really awesome stuff. So let's have a look at this actual console. Very special moment of this channel right here. A proper, original black Nintendo 64. Really simple to use. You've got the on and off switch, so that's to turn it on, that's to turn it off. We've also got the memory expansion part, so that just comes up. There we go, boom. And we do already have a memory expansion card already in there, as we can see. That's really good. We're gonna keep that in there. All right. And then we got a reset button as well. And then this is where we put our games into. Very cool stuff. And then we've got our Nintendo 64 logo, of course. We have our 4 controller parts. You know what? A lot of new consoles don't even have 4 controller parts. So, man, this console defeats all the brand new consoles. Nintendo Switch does have 4 controllers, but like PlayStation 5, Xbox, they only have 2 controller. At the back here, we've got our multiple output, which is where we're gonna wire our cables in to be able to play it on a TV, for example. We've even got a power pack. All right, let's have a look. We're going real old school here, in like pristine condition. This Nintendo 64 controller. Wowee, look at that. You got the back paddles. This controller was ahead of its time. It is a beautiful controller. Man, I can't believe how great condition this all is. Wow, I'm blown away, guys. Boom. And there's your first player. You got 4 players. It's all analog, so no wireless connectivity with controllers, of course. But still, this is an amazing, immaculate condition. I would have cleaned it because this is just in pristine condition, guys. Wow, I'm very, very impressed. Genuinely impressed. We have our output device, which is basically how we connect to like VCR TVs and original TVs back in the day. But we're going to use something else to be able to convert this to HDMI. We're going to talk about that later in this video. We've also got a power pack. So a power pack just plugs in here. That's how we connect it via electricity. All right, very, very cool. All right, let's just put this aside. So I plugged it in for the first time. Let's have a look. So you just turn this on. There we go. So red light appears. That means it's turned on. That's how simple it is to turn on this console. All right, so another very special moment for this channel. So I got this box, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. It is a collector's edition of this game. So we're gonna really delve into this and have a look. I'm gonna take it outside the box, be a little bit brave and do this, but it's for a very special reason, for respect for the Nintendo 64. We're gonna have a look at unboxing one of these boxed games. This is not cheap stuff, guys. This is actually legitimate, like collector's editions of these games. So it's very important to look back at these things, and it's important to look back and respect these things as well, because this is a part of history, man. Part of history of gaming. Okay, so we got The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. One of the greatest Zelda games ever. Right here, man. So we got the PAL version, and at the back here, it tells this full story. Wow, it's an absolutely amazing thing. So it says, immersive storyline, environments draw players into an amazing 3D world. Ganondorf, the evil king of thieves, is on the move. Ooh. Threatening the peaceful land of Hyrule, he's determined to steal his way to the legendary sacred realm in hopes of harnessing the power and the mythical Triforce. Wow. Let's have a look at this for the first time. Alright, so we got the manual. Look how beautiful this manual is. It's not in perfect condition, but still in great condition. It's amazing to even have a look at some of these older manuals and see the designs of them and how they were. We've got a bit of storytelling over here. We got a map. Wow. Imagine opening this on Christmas or your birthday. Great condition. We have Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. This is how the cartridges used to look for the games. And all you had to do is, when you wanted to play the game, you just pop it in like this and boom. That's all you have to do. Boom. Now it's turned on. That's all you have to do for the Nintendo 64. I've never had a boxed Nintendo 64 game before, so it was a special moment. Old gym trainer used to tell me about Banjo-Kazooie all the time. There's a series of 3 Banjo-Kazooies. One of the coolest games. I've also got a couple of other games as well in my collection, but I also picked up this copy of Mario Kart 64. I think we're going to showcase Mario Kart 64 while playing this console today. I'm super pumped about this. The artwork's a bit faded, but the game is going to be perfect nonetheless. Alright, I'm going to put that in, have a look at the manual. Beautiful. revisiting the old tech. Those are all instructions of how to use this controller. I'm gonna keep that boxed as much as possible, but I do want to play some Mario Kart 64 today. Also, in an older video, I did have this Pokemon Nintendo 64 edition as well. It's like a limited edition Nintendo 64. I want to keep this forever. So this one is, yeah, the Pokemon edition Nintendo 64. Wow, what a beautiful console this is. So really featured some interesting colors. There's a whole bunch of different colors. You even got the transparent Nintendo 64s as well. So this one just features like a blue top, a yellow bottom, and a yellow Pokemon controller for blue back as well, which is pretty cool. And that's really it. It was just a very unique design, and it's a collector's edition console of its own as well. I picked this up a while ago pre-owned, and I've just kept it ever since, and I kind of just want to keep it for the next 10 years, as well as this one, just keep it boxed for the next 10 years. Alright, so the question is, how are we going to play Nintendo 64 on brand new hardware? Well, in this video, we're going to answer that question. So, we're going to use this, which is a Hyperkin 3-in-1 HDMI cable. So you can use this for your Nintendo 64, you can use it for your SNES, you can use it for your GameCube. It connects to all those consoles. So if you have any of these retro gaming consoles, you can still use it for HDMI monitors. So that's our main adapter. So that goes to our games console, and the other end is a HDMI connection that will go to a monitor, or maybe a gaming capture card, for example, as well. But also you need to power it up. So to be able to power it up, all you have to do is plug one of these cables in. So this is a USB micro SD. So the USB will connect to the monitor, or could connect to something else, maybe a power source. And this will connect over here to our micro SD, to our device. And that way you power it up, and you can be able to play your Nintendo 64 on any hardware, for example, like this HDMI monitor right here. With a HDMI drive, we can now play Nintendo 64 on brand new hardware. How cool is that? So that's why this video is special, because now we've had a look at an original unboxing of a Nintendo 64 and being able to play it on brand new hardware. You can basically attach speakers to your HDMI monitor to be able to play whatever you want on your Nintendo 64 with sound. So right now we got some Banjo-Kazooie, good old banjo. How cool is that? Got to give it the classic blow. Maybe that's what will help. Let's give it another go, another whirl. Hey, we got it up and running. Yes, we just need to give it a good old blow. Sometimes these old cartridges, they just need a good blow into the actual cartridge and it will work. Let's play some old school Mario Kart 64. Man, please let me know also your favorite Nintendo 64 game as well. I'm very excited to play some good old Nintendo 64 games. We've got the classic Mario Kart cups right here. You got Mario Kart, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Donkey Kong. Oh man, got to play as Mario for my first Mario Kart 64 race. 110% you do. Oh man, so many memories, guys. Especially with this controller as well. A lot of memories for a lot of people, man. It's kind of hard to play this way as well. I kind of want to play Super Mario 64. Like, that's the game that I'm probably most excited for. All the buttons are a little bit different on this console as well. Like, you've got the A and the B button, and then you have all these controllers as well, which is interesting. We're going to try Ocarina of Time for the first time. I played the 3DS version, but that's not the real Ocarina of Time. The real Ocarina of Time is the Nintendo 64 version. Let's get it right. Wow, beautiful. The classic scene right here. Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Beautiful. This amazing cutscene right here. This is history right here. History of gaming. I feel like a dream has just come true with this YouTube channel and this video right here. It's so cool to be able to look back at these games and pay our respects as well to these feats in history, in a sense. So really this was like a real leap in technology, because that's when they started really getting into the 3D worlds for games as well. So it really showcases like massive feats of technology in terms of games and everything as well. This is when 3D worlds really became a thing, guys. How beautiful is this? How many of you guys actually finished Ocarina of Time? Please let me know. This is even better than like the Game Boy versions and all that sort of stuff. It's amazing what the Nintendo 64 was actually capable of technology-wise. If you think about the time that actually came out and what it was able to produce, it's some of the greatest gaming in history in terms of what you think about, in terms of like what it was able to do and produce in terms of its game. Wow, so much fun. I never actually played Mario Tennis, like ever. You can only imagine like how much fun people would have had while playing these older games. Like they had Mario Kart, they had Smash Brothers, they had Legend of Zelda. The list goes on with the Nintendo 64. They even had Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium. Unbelievable. The game selection is goated for the Nintendo 64. That's what a lot of people say. And I kindly agree with you now, looking back at some of these games, like how good like some of these games were when playing on the Nintendo 64. So, is a Nintendo 64 actually worth it in 2025? Well, I only see the collectible space really going up from here in 10 years. Like having a box Nintendo 64, that's going to be worth something. And having box games, like in 10 years as well, like it's only going to go up from here. And there's still collectible space, and people that love and respect these games consoles from when they were younger, maybe they lost their Nintendo 64, or they might have sold it or made a decision that they didn't want to make and they want to reconnect with the Nintendo 64, just play it again. So if you think about it like that, then yeah, the Nintendo 64 is absolutely worth it. It's worth it for the right audience. Everyone's different. Some people grew up with this game console. For me, like I didn't grow up with the Nintendo 64. I kind of skipped right to the Nintendo GameCube. If you think about it like that, me wanting to go back and pay my respects to this console, that was also a very special moment for me as well. And I think the Nintendo 64, honestly, it has a very great game collection, and the ability to be able to play these games and revisit them. They're a bit expensive now, but they're only going to get more expensive in the future as well. And they're just going to be collectibles. It's a part of gaming history. It's a very important console, and I think a lot of people would say the Nintendo 64 is one of their favorite consoles of all time. It is 100% worth getting a Nintendo 64. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.